Now today, I'm just going to do a quick demo on how to paint a gutter. Now I'm using a water-based paint, so it's quite easy to use. Now whenever you're doing gutters, it's best to paint from join to join. And just at this stage, I'm just going to do the underneath all the way through, and then I'll come back and do the top all the way through. So like usual, use plenty of paint. Basically sort of cutting this back edge in. And obviously paint the little brackets. Get some more paint up there. And as you see, I'm painting about 1 metre, roughly. Then lay that bit off. Now if you're worried you've got a thick edge up there, you can wipe it with a rag, or like I did, just with your finger. A rag is obviously easier and better. And the only thing I don't like about rags though, is they can tend to leave lint on the surface. So that's why you'll see me using my finger rather than a rag. So once again, plenty of paint. And the main thing here is to make sure you lay it off back into what you've just done. Once again, I'll just give that a quick wipe, just to be sure. So the back edge. Now with water-based paints, once again, painting something like this, you want to do first thing in the morning, or maybe late in the evening. Trying to do this in direct sunlight, you won't end up with a very good finish. The paint will dry too quick. Like this is now, I've got plenty of time to work with the paint. In some circumstances, I've actually had to start at 6 o'clock in the morning, just so the gutters are cool enough to paint. So that's one thing you want to take into consideration when you're painting gutters, is the actual temperature. So once again, make sure you lay it off, and always lay off back into what you have just done. Then I'll stop at this join. Now I've got a little bit of paint on the other side of the join. That won't matter, because when I do this side, I'll just make sure I won't overlap onto this bit of guttering. So now I've done that to the join, I'll do the face. It's the same, put plenty on, spread it out. I'll just make sure I get that join properly, all those rivets, spread the paint, and then lay it off. Oops. So make sure you lay it off. Then again, start just away from where you finished. Put plenty of paint on, spread it out, and then lay it off, like so. And as you can notice, I'm putting plenty of paint on there, and I'm working reasonably quickly with it. Like always, you want to use a slightly larger brush. Don't use too small a brush, it will take you too long to paint. So once again, plenty of paint, and then lay it off. Now as you see, the laying off is the most important part. This is what gives you the smooth finish. So just a couple more. Once again, lay it off. And one more little dip and I'll be finished. Well, maybe I should have put a bit more paint on my brush. Oh no, I'll make it. So here, I'm painting just up to the join, and then I'll lay back off into what I have just done. So once again, really the temperature can vary So really you want to be painting gutters when it's cool in the morning, or maybe late in the evening when it's also a little bit cooler. So that's just been a bit of a demo on how to paint a gutter.